Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about a website that is quite literally one of the cesspools of the internet. A website that actually claims to be one thing, but in fact it is something else. It's from the retarded DiAngelo. Mortal Kombat 1, Stryker is still a cop. He might not talk about police brutality anymore. But not much else has changed. Oh my god. Yeah. It's one of those articles where you question if the person is actually not a functionally retarded person. Someone who can actually tie their shoes, but is essentially very retarded. It is the entire one of the first paragraphs, and I'm gonna read it. It's just absurd. When I read this, it's just retarded. Stryker is one of the more questionable Mortal Kombat characters. Disagree. His entire premise is that he's a trigger-happy cop on a power trip with one of his Mortal Kombat 9 fatalities, even making light of police brutality. Remember when Mortal Kombat was edgy, had good jokes, or good references, it was good, had beautiful women, and all of those things? Do you remember back in those days? Yeah. Apparently after Mortal Kombat 9, the game literally died. Don't bother playing the other Mortal Kombats. Everything else sucks. I remember playing, I think it was Mortal Kombat Unchained on PSP, and I loved the system, the open world system and the combats in there. I don't think we will ever see anything like that anymore on the world today, because it had beautiful women, even if it was pixelated. Today you see ugly women and naked men in Mortal Kombat. Makes no sense. Anyway, continuing. Given that his look was stripped back with much of the police memorabilia removed in Mortal Kombat 1, once again, trying to rewrite the character and take part of the character out to appease a demographic that does not play or pay for these products. The perpetually offended far leftists whose only argument is based on emotional appeal and never through logic. I'm gonna show you an example of that soon. Anyway, it seems as though NetherRealm was distancing itself from the depiction. Nope, he's still a cop. Like, that is a problem. If that is a problem. It is not. As much as you want it to be, it is not. Like you, who is filthy fucking rich, who wrote this goddamn retarded article. I need the police, I need the cops to protect me from the criminals, the undesirable criminals, who are very, very numerous, and they try to take advantage of you. And even then, the cops don't always work. In fact, where I live, they're mostly useless. But it's either that or complete and total anarchy, and we're pretty much close to total anarchy in this goddamn shithole I live in. And anyway, let's continue. He might not look a distinctly cop as his past iterations, but not much has changed. This is one of the things that they are trying to complain about. But here, it is an example of emotional appeal that I am talking about. The left does not have any logic backing any of their arguments. It's never based on factual information. Here. With increased awareness of police brutality, corruption, and disproportionate violence towards black people across the world, first and foremost, this is totally and utterly false. You may see them targeting more black people as an example, and they tend to be I'm better not continue there, because otherwise I'm risking another YouTube strike. Honestly, I possibly need to censor some tiny little bits in here, but yeah, otherwise. Anyway, that is why. So, you'd expect the emotional idiots here trying to blackmail you would have linked to some statistics or something they're about, or some evidence or anything like that in this little link over here. You would think so, right? Well, I clicked, and guess what it sent me? 2 lies of goddamn fucking P. Who thinks... Here. Thegamer, lies of P, no longer thinks a cab. And they are literally butthurt over this. That's how utterly evil and dishonest the left has become. This is evidence of their emotional appeal, that they are trying to convince you to follow their horde mentality through emotional appeal. But before I go on, here is a trailer for my book.
Night. We are born of sin and crime. We are repentance personified. We are immortal. We are legend. We are God's wrath made manifest. And we know no fear.
Right, I'm back, baby. Right. Here is another part in which shows how incredibly weak and sensitive these people are. The only way many saw him returning was via massive overhaul, changing his story and making him not a cop. Why? Is it to appease your very sensitive little tiny feelings because you're so sensitive that you cannot even accept that somebody else is trying to take out the pronouns in a goddamn fucking retarded game that is full of bugs? On current year shoving itself up in your fucking rear hole? Yeah. Right. That's what I thought. But when he was announced for Mortal Kombat 1, we saw him in a blue and white shirt with a backwards cap and no police badge or SWAT gear. This is sad, because that's one of the main characteristics of this character. Because he was a cop, I don't understand why it's a problem to show cop insignias or cop symbols or police symbols in the game. But then again, we are dealing with very emotional people, with people who are not basing their life choices on facts, but only on emotional appeal. So I am not surprised about this. And here, how he ends the article. Stryker is a police officer with a tendency for violence that feels out of touch and... let me invoke how this person probably sounds like. Incredibly insensitive. Oh my god. Pretty much proving exactly what I said. First, they attack the pronouns. They both say it's not important, but very important. And then we have to read something like this. Thegamer is a disaster. I am really wondering how anybody can take this website seriously. It's just utterly retarded. Well, on that goddamn fucking hell, have a great fucking night. And remember, YouTube, go fuck yourself.